Okay, welcome back. So I'm still answering some more questions for Joshua, but however, they're going to be very pertinent and I think quite relevant for a lot of other people. So stick around to the end and go through them with me. Show reel. Okay, welcome back. So let's continue with his questions. The other question he asked me is the real estate market in the Arab Emirates a rising or a falling market? So let's see how many questions I can answer together. Which is it, housing or commercial that's more attractive? Okay, now here's the thing, very good question. Is the market rising or falling? There's a very long video that I've made for this exact topic, and what I've done is I've actually explained where the market is at today based on some extensive research done by Property Monitor, which is a local company based in Dubai. I think it's an international company, but they've done extensive research. There's a gentleman over there by the name of Zan who's done this. Essentially speaking, this is what he said. Okay, April 2009 and August 2020. So this is what we've had. We've had the 2008 global financial crisis. Prices went really down super fast. They hit rock bottom in April 2009. Then they started climbing. They hit a top in Feb 2014. I already knew this, but the data that came out really confirmed what I knew. And in August 2020, there was a 2.5% difference between the price that was last arrived at the bottom of the previous market and at the bottom coming close to this market. Now, obviously, August 2020, we're still in the midst of a global pandemic. The vaccine had not yet been announced. Alhamdulillah, we thank God for what's happened so far. You know, the UAE has vaccinated 4 million. We are right behind Israel in terms of the most number of people vaccinated per capita. You know, and globally, thank God, you know, the vaccine is getting rolled out. Yes, right now in February 2021, there's still some weird pandemic and scary stuff going on, but the Dubai market for some reason has become quite resilient, and right here it started taking off in some asset classes in the residential market. Townhouses, villas have seen massive, massive would be wrong, but they've seen price hikes, okay? Anywhere from 5% to 25%, even more price hikes from August up to now. Now, the prediction of the report that Zan had prepared said that the prices will continue to go down in November 2020 and further in December 2020. However, we're seeing very robust demand coming into the UAE market for a variety of reasons, right? The UAE Dubai market was first to vaccinate, was first to lock down, was first to respond to this global pandemic in a good way, took care of its residents, opened up for people to come into the country, and you know, things are okay, alhamdulillah. Yes, there is I don't want to talk about the weird pandemic. I want to ignore it for now. So prices aren't shooting up at the moment. Have we already hit rock bottom? I'm not sure. I don't like predicting, but this is an accurate depiction of what's happening in the market. Some agents will tell you that prices have started going up. I'm not saying that yet, okay? But we're seeing a lot of demand, and demand pushes up prices. Last week, I was at one of the developers, and you know, this is something that I saw in front of my eyes. He closed 5 apartments in the course. He closed by closing 5 apartments. I mean, he took deposits, and obviously there's paperwork that needs to be done, and that takes a couple of weeks or 2-3 weeks. But he took deposits from literally, and it was in front of me because I was literally waiting to meet him. And he's somebody I've known for 7 years, and he kept telling me, "Oh, wait, can you please wait? Can you? So sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm making you wait." But that was the reality, right? And that's fine. I'm not going to pull him away from actual business that he's trying to close. What kind of assets are performing well? Let's talk about that. Is it more residential that's more attractive for investors? Let's see, how long is this video? Okay, let's give it another 3-4 minutes and let me answer this question. Is it residential that's more attractive? Is it commercial that's more attractive? Look, I've sold commercial, so I've dealt in commercial as well, but my primary area of play is residential. So, you know, take this advice or take the feedback I give you with a little bit of a grain of salt, okay? This is what has happened, okay? In 2008, rents used to go up very fast, and each time a new landlord bought an apartment in Dubai, essentially what they did with the previous tenant, they said, "We'd like to kick you out," just so that they could raise the rent. And initially, Dubai increased something called a rental cap. And this rental cap was only applicable in the beginning, right, to residential properties, because tenants poor them were really feeling the pain. And for some reason, investors thought that the rental cap is only going to apply to residential properties and is never ever going to come towards, sorry, this I think might have been 2007. And they thought that commercial properties will always be exempt, which meant that, you know, Dubai being this hub of activity, if we just build offices, we can increase rent beyond a certain cap willy-nilly, right? So this is what the people did. Essentially speaking, the lands that they had, and I've met people, they went and they changed their zoning from residential to commercial, and they basically told the government, "Hey, we want to build commercial, let us do that." And the government said fine. You know, at that stage, for whatever reason, they took some fees, they allowed it in some cases, but people started focusing in commercial. And this is, as you know, a classic story of supply and demand with respect to real estate around the world, okay? This is what it is. Supply goes up, demand somewhere meets it, and that's an equilibrium. But what happens is supply always overshoots demand. So as more and more people started doing offices, guess what happened? 2012, when we're coming into a market recovery, a serious market recovery, and prices are going up by 30-40% in a year, guess what the market has a little bit of a glut of? Offices. There's too many offices, even till today. Now, I'm not going to say, hey, all offices are painted with the same brush, because obviously A-grade quality is going to be always in demand, whereas B and C and D, and some people have told me that there aren't really A-grade commercial buildings in Dubai. I'm not a commercial expert, so I can't comment on this, but essentially speaking, we had a glut of office space. Now, still office and commercial does well in certain areas, but you know, more offices and less residential. Again, residential one. Again, right now, townhouses are doing better in the residential space than apartments, because we've got oversupply of apartments, right? Guess what happened? When Expo 2020 got announced, right? Expo 2020 got announced, and I still remember in 2013 there were days and times where you could not book a hotel room. There was a lack of hotel rooms available in Dubai, and all these plots of land, people, because Expo 2020, the government expected more visitors, tourists to come, so they said, well, build more hotels, and a lot of people started building more hotels. In 2013, a lot of people started building schools, because you know, you could potentially pay what you pay to your child in Oxford in a school in Dubai, because education's good, but it's pretty expensive. But guess what? We have a little bit of an oversupply of at the moment. Ta-da! Hotels and schools. They are right now, what's the word? They are merging, they are amalgamating, they are from being fragmented, coming together to adjust to the levels of new demand. So, is it commercial or realistic or residential that's doing well? Here's what I think. Townhouses are really performing really well right now, and villas, and I think they will for the next 4 to 5 years. And then on a 4 to 5 year period, there's going to be a little bit of oversupply on townhouses and villas. Whereas hotels, commercial, oh, by the way, because so many people are working from home, you got to really think about it and really assess where the commercial space is going to be going, especially the office space, so on and so forth, because there's a lot of people working from home. And I could be wrong on this. Maybe people don't work from home. Maybe they just move into co-working. Actually, how could you work in a co-working space? There's going to be some friction and market change in the commercial space for sure. Not just Dubai, but the world over. What it's going to look like, I'm not sure. But stay tuned. Hey, come on, hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon as well. Ciao for now. Bye.
Okay guys, so thanks for watching. My name again is Fahd Dawood. I've been doing this for 14 plus years. I started in 2006 in Toronto, Canada, and since 2007 I've been doing this in Dubai. I generally talk about real estate, your life, my life, and our path to allowing financial bliss coming to us. If you want to work with me, such as buy a property in Dubai, or you need general advice, you can hit me up on in the contact form below. If you've liked this video, I'd appreciate if you subscribe, press the bell icon, and hit the like button and share it with other friends. Ciao for now.